Hey, how's it going out there? In this video, I'm going to review whether someone who has worked without permission in the United States can still apply for a green card through a family member. My name is Rodrigo Canido. I'm an immigration attorney and I do videos on different immigration topics and how to get legal status in the United States. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to subscribe to this channel. All right, so to answer the question directly, if I've worked without permission in the United States, can I still apply for a green card through a family member? Well, the answer is, like many things in life, it depends. All right. So first, let me go through some of the different family categories, right? The type of people that can actually apply for you so you can get a green card. All right. So the first category is a spouse, right? Husband or wife. Then son or daughter, then parent, and finally sibling, so brother or sister. All right. So other categories of different family members don't apply. Not your niece, not your uncle, not your nephew. All right. Only these four categories work when you're talking about applying for a green card through a family member. All right. So first, a spouse. So if you're married to someone who is a U.S. citizen, can you apply for a green card even if you've worked without authorization? And the answer is yes in that particular category, all right? Because a U.S. citizen spouse would be considered an immediate relative, all right? However, if your spouse was just a legal permanent resident, so they just have a green card and are not a U.S. citizen, if you work without authorization, then you would not be able to apply for a green card if that is the type of legal status that your spouse has. All right. So next category is son or daughter. So the answer is yes if your son or daughter is a U.S. citizen and is at least 21 years of age. All right. If they're a U.S. citizen and at least 21 years of age, then they can petition you for a green card and then you can move forward with the process even if you've worked without permission in the United States. Third category is a parent, all right? So can a parent petition you if you've worked without authorization? And the answer is it depends again, all right? So if you, right, as the immigrant, have worked with authorization and are under the age of 21 and are not married, then yes, your parent, if they're a U.S. citizen, can petition you and you can move forward with the green card process. And it would not stop you just because you have worked in the United States with authorization. However, it does not work if you're an adult, so already 21 years of age or older, all right, and your parent petitions you once you've reached that age, all right, you'd no longer be considered what's called an immediate relative, all right. Final category, siblings. Can your sibling petition you if they're a U.S. citizen or legal permanent resident? And the answer is no. If you work with authorization. Now, regardless if they're just a green card holder, they can't petition you anyways, right? They don't qualify. They'd at least have to be a U.S. citizen. But even if they are a U.S. citizen, right, your brother or sister, if you work with authorization, then you'll not be able to move forward with the process because you'll have this violation on your background. Okay, so immigration is I would say, a little bit tricky in when they actually allow you to still apply for a green card, even though you've worked without permission. So if you're doing this process, you have to be very careful about that, especially if you're trying to do it on your own or working with someone who is not an attorney. All right, I generally recommend that you work with an attorney in this process. All right. I should also mention that if you work without authorization and that has led to some type of criminal charge, then I'm not talking about that for this video, all right? That could lead to other problems that may also limit your ability to apply for a green card. So I'm assuming that if you've worked without authorization, you haven't been in trouble, criminally liable for working without authorization. All right. Also, in this video, I'm not looking at other immigration violations or crimes that you may have. So if you have other different immigration violations, right? If you've committed fraud against the government or, other types of things, then I'm not talking about that for this video. Okay. I'm just talking about people who have worked without authorization. All right. And then lastly, I'll mention that obviously there's other types of immigration benefits you can apply for besides a green card. So for example, if you're interested in applying for asylum or a U visa, right? In my experience, if you work with authorization, that would not limit you from applying for those particular benefits. All right. At least that has been my experience thus far. All right. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you got something out of it. And if you would like a more specific consultation about your case, all right, to review the facts in your particular situation, feel free to contact me, and my contact information is below. All right, thank you.